Community, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super video here with Kyle Chris, and today we're going over some of the tournament cards that were announced this morning. I think it's Volume 3, right? Yeah, Volume 3. So, there should be some, I think this is all of the promos, I would say. There may be another, I think they normally do 2 days of promos, and I think there's also reprints of the promos as well, or alternate arts, so we'll see those. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of these TP cards. I know a lot of people are complaining about TP availability, and I'll go over that kind of at the end of the video as a little bit of a rant. Yeah, we'll go over the cards here first. See what we have. So we have Chain Attack Bardock. It's a permanent 3, same as the other red Saiyan Bardock cards. This card gets 11k and crit, so it becomes a 15k crit for 1 energy. When this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 4k power for the turn for each red Saiyan and or Bardock-Ku card in your battle area. So if you have 2 Saiyans, this card will reduce the cost of a card by 8,000. This is a very good card. This is a very good card. Thankfully, you can only choose battle cards, because if this could choose unisons and or leaders, this card would be extremely broken. But this is a very good card. This is a very good card. Raditz, Young Invader. When this card is played, your life is at 5 or more, and your opponent's leader is a red King Vegeta BR. Place up to one of your lives in the drop area, and then draw a card. So this is cool. It allows you to crit someone down to 4. It's not, I guess in that sense, if you play this on 4, or if you play this on turn, turn 2, turn 3, and you get them down to 4 life off of this, it could be kind of problematic because you are giving them a free card. But it's not terrible. It's not a terrible card. Super Saiyan Son Goku switching gears. This is a very cool looking art. Active main, you may choose one of your opponent's red Raditz or Son Goku BRs with the energy cost of 500 or power level 500, and bottom deck it. If you do play this card from your hand, you can't activate main skills and copy this card for the turn, so you can't play out a ton of these. Activate battle once per turn. Choose one card in your hand, place at the bottom of your deck. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 10k power for the turn. That's cool. Again, that's pretty cool. So you can, you have the ability to hit only battle cards, which is good. If, like, again, if you could hit leaders or unisons, it'd be broken. The interesting thing is here, it says you may choose one of you or your opponent's cards. So this is on your turn. You can play this. You can play this on top of one of your Goku or Raditz BR cards that you have in play, or your opponent's ones that you give them as the King Vegeta player. Now, if you're playing a mirror matchup, or if you're playing a red matchup and you have this card in your side deck, this is actually a very interesting card to use as a side deck for King Vegeta, because you can actually bottom deck the Raditz or the Goku on your side of the board to get rid of it, and then use this to destroy your opponent's card. So very, very, very cool effect. Now we have a Vegeta as well. Yeah, why is the Goku art just so much better than the Vegeta one? Interesting. Choose one card in your hand, place at the bottom of your deck. When this card is played, draw 2. And then it has the same effect, but this is a Raditz or a Vegeta with 500 power. So same thing as the Goku. This also is a Vegeta lineage as well, which I'm sure will matter. Pincer Attack Android 18. If your leader is a blue Android 18. Oh, we're getting Android 18 support. Very strange. Card, and you may choose one of your opponent's clone tokens removed from the game. When this card is used in a combo from your hand, add up to 1 Supreme Technique Krillin from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. I forgot what that card does. I thought it tutored out the field spell, or tutored out something. 1 blue. If your leader is a blue Saiyan, blue Android 18. At the end of the battle, which this card is used in the combo from your hand, play this card from your drop area. Okay, so you can combo with this, and then at the end of the battle, you can tap a blue, and then play this card from your. Okay, that's good. That's kind of cool. So you get to add this Krillin from your deck to your hand, and then you can play this out for 1 energy. Gogeta Effortless Strike, 15k unique blocker. When one of your blue Gogeta cards energy costs 5 or more, other than copy those cards removed from battle area by an opponent's skill, you may play this card from your hand. Activate main for 1 blue. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you place 1 blue Goku and 1 Blue Vegeta, enter cost of 1 at the bottom of your deck. Play a card from your hand. Okay, so you have 2 ways of playing this card out, and it's just a blocker. The idea of this is supposed to be just kind of like a Tag Team Son Gohan, but blocker for blue instead of black. That's kind of the whole idea of this. So you can either bottom deck 2 cards, play this card out for 1, or when one of your Gojitas are removed by an opponent's skill, you can play this card out. It's a 15k blocker. Not great defensive stats, honestly. If it was a blocker barrier, it'd be great. But the whole unique thing is just, I mean, it stops your opponent from spamming the board with these, but I don't think you can evolve or go into anything else on top of this, to my knowledge. Bojack Rampaging, Agent of Destruction. Permanent. When this card is in rest mode, your opponent's battle card's energy cost greater than their current energy cannot attack leaders. That's very good. This is a very, very good card. Yeah, it gives AOD some interesting stuff. Auto for 1 colorless if your leaders have Bojack Brigade or has Agent of Destruction in its card name. At the end of the battle, when this card is used in combo from your hand or energy, you may play this card from your drop area in rest mode. When this card is KO, draw 1. Not bad. So you can combo this out for 1 energy. And this is actually really good. This is probably the best one so far, because it can be played in either Bojack deck, so blue or yellow, or the Agents deck, and it costs 1 energy. So you can combo with this, turn 1, tap the 1 energy, play the card from your drop area in rest mode, and then just keep it on board. And I wonder, I have to look through my Bojack cards, I wonder if you could actually evolve into the 8-drop on top of this, considering this is a Bojack with 3 cost, and with an energy cost of 3. I think you can evolve on top of this guy. So this card is this card's absolutely nuts. It's easy to kill. It doesn't have any defensive keyword skills, so it's really easy to kill. But they have to target this card, and when this card is KO'd, you get to draw a card. So once they remove it, you get to draw a card. So you gotta force them to attack this card, and then you can, play all your defensive stuff around it. It's really cool. Chill the Assailant. Deflect. When this card is played, play up to 2 chilled army tokens with 10k power. Active main for 2 green. Discard this card from your hand to the 20 from the battle cards. Their cost less than or equal to the number of cards in their hand, ignoring barrier, and KO it. Wait, what? Discard this card from your hand. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost less than or equal to the number of cards in their hand, ignoring barrier, and KO it. So, choose any card on their field with an energy cost less than the amount of cards they have in their hand. So if they have 5 cards in hand, you can kill anything 5 or less, ignoring barrier. That's really good. That's actually a little too good, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's very good. Not sure how I feel about that one. Yeah, this is a really good card. Activate main once per turn, choose 2 your children tokens and get 5k power for the turn. And it has deflect. I mean, the deflect portion doesn't matter. Like if you're playing it for the tokens, I mean that's what the whole chill deck is. I don't see the chill deck being very good. Yeah, I definitely don't see it being very good currently. But this is a very just good, generically good green card. You just tap 2, kill anything. That's now obviously it has to be equal to or less than the amount of cards in their hand. But you think of decks like Mecha Frieza. They have the only card this wouldn't really affect would probably be Bojack, unless they have more than 7 cards, which is possible. But this hits the 3-drop Goku, the deflect barrier Goku. This hits Invoker. This hits any of the silver bullets. This is a pretty good card. Very good card. Turles leading the group. Unique X Evolve. Green Turles energy cost of 3 or less. When this card is played, switch to active mode. Add up to 1 for the Tree of Might from your deck to your hand. And shuffle your deck. It's your opponent's turn. When one of your green Turles cards is played in rest mode, choose that card and switch to active mode. Oh, okay. So this allows you to. So when you play this card, you switch to active mode. So you put on top of the 3 drop. Restands. When this card is played, then you get to add a fruit to your hand, which is good. Just getting a free fruit just getting a free fruit of the Tree of Might is very good for this deck. Then if it's your opponent's turn, when you basically you combo with your Turles Corpse, and then they come in rest mode, but this card will allow you to restand them, so then you get more combo power. So this is a very good card. Again, no defensive stats, no defensive keywords, but which is okay, I guess. But this is a very good card, for Turles. Chi-Chi behind the scenes of heroine. Auto, when this card's played, draw one. If your leader is a heroine leader, negate this card's skill for the game. Why? Why would you negate the card skill for the game? That's a really stupid ability. Now, my thought is, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, the heroine deck I don't think is going to be very good, or it's kind of like an AOD deck where it's going to be very popular for a bit, and then people are just going to go, okay, we're just going to move on from it. But I don't understand negating the skill if your leader's a heroine leader, because like Golden Frieza or Set 1 Frieza, you can just replay this back out with you can play this back out from the drop area, I think, right? It's just weird. I don't know. I don't understand the negating skill for the game. Maybe there's a way to loop these cards back from the drop area with the heroine leader. Maybe. I haven't looked into it too much, so I'm assuming it's because you can loop it. Does anybody have an answer here? Oh. Nah, okay. So I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a way for the heroine deck to loop this card back into play, which I could see then why it would be negating the skill, because then you can just loop it back and just keep drawing. So makes sense. Okay, so overview. Bardock card's extremely good. The Turles card's good. This is definitely the best card out of all the promos. This card is nuts. This card's a little too good, actually. This is probably gonna be the money card so far. Bojack's probably second best because it could work in multiple decks. We've yet to see how good the blue Bojack will be. So that will give us a more indication on if this card's actually be money. Pycon's pretty useless right now, so I don't see this card being very expensive. I mean, these promos will probably be expensive, but expensive in the fact of being used, or just expensive because it's low availability. I need to research this. I don't know. I'm not sure about the 18. These are cool. These are cute. Not a huge fan of the. I think the archetype is kind of gimmicky. The King Vegeta BR archetype. I think it's very gimmicky. I've yet to see kind of what the end goal of the deck is. I just don't see it yet. Yeah. So the issue with these promos, and everyone's complaining about Bandai not having enough allocated to people, and I get that. They can't just slow down production for cards just because of the pandemic, because if that was the case, we wouldn't even be here. This game probably would have stopped making sets maybe a set or two ago. So they have to keep pushing out product. They have to. And hoping by the release of set 13, we have better allocation for promos and just TP kits for stores. Because it seems that we're getting back on track now through COVID, hopefully. So everyone will be able to get some more cards. Obviously, that's just my opinion. It's not an actual set in stone fact. So they may not. TP cards should be more expensive. That's the point of promos, is they should be more expensive. They should be limited. And not everybody should have access to promos. It shouldn't be like, oh, hey, I can just, I buy a box and I get a free promo. It shouldn't be that way. There needs to be store participation, but then it's up to the stores. So if your store in your area is just not doing Dragon Ball, I mean, it kind of sucks, because then you don't really have access to it. So that's just a little small rant. I'm not going to go into detail with it too much. I may make a video about that in the future, but we'll see. I'm not super invested in that argument just because I'm on the other side of the fence. I don't really agree with people complaining about them. So that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of these cards down below. We will keep putting out reveal videos and going over stuff as they drop them. Hit that bell for all notifications. We post videos weekly, sometimes more than one a day. It just depends. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.